on a daily basis in touch with Aarti, Vikas, Bhau. He calls me in the middle of the night, beta bhook lagi hai. And I'm like, Aaja Bhau, I'll make you something. So these dynamics change, you know, whether it was Asim, whether it is Siddharth, whatever it is. That's what the game is about. I think Swara Bhaskara, because she has very strong opinions about a lot of things. So I'd like to see her in the Bigg Boss house. We need one entertainer, you know, like an absolute entertainer, like a Kapil Sharma.
She's fierce and she doesn't mince her words. And we have seen that side to her in Bigg Boss 13. Talking about our own journey walking down the Bigg Boss memory lane today is Shefali Zariwala joining us only on Pink Pin. You know, there's a certain expectation versus reality theory that works when you're a contestant, especially inside the house. What was your expectation before you went in? And when you came out, you've not seen your season, you said, but you must have heard things that were said about you, the way you were portrayed, everything. Did it match your expectation? Or did it?
No, it didn't, because I honestly thought that I know nothing about the game. You know, maybe I last 1 or 2 weeks. Honestly, that was my expectation. Because the way the season was already going, usually what people say is that every season had 2 or 3 players, you know, what you call Bigg Boss players. But this season was filled with players. Everybody was a player. So I knew about that before going. And before I entered, 3 contestants were already introduced. So it was not like I didn't know. So Khesari ji, Hindustani Bhau, and Tehseen. Yeah, Tehseen. So I already knew about these 3 people that they were going to be going in, because we had done tasks and all together before entering. So, you know, Tehseen being this political analyst and Khesari being hugely popular Bhojpuri star, and Hindustani Bhau being another hugely popular public figure. I said, boss, apni to dal nahi galne wali hai idhar. You know, last 2 weeks, matlab at the tops. And you know, as soon as I went inside the house, I fell sick in the first week. I lost my voice. Now imagine going into a place like Bigg Boss house and losing your voice for the first week. I'm like, bas ab ye to khatam ho gaya, ab 2 hafte kya, 1 hafte mein hi nikalne wale. But then I knew that, you know, I mean, I knew what I was about. I know I'm a very headstrong person, and I'm fearless that way. And I knew that, you know, in spite of being unwell and, you know, it's still not made friends in the house, the only way to make myself relevant in the house is to become a captain. And that's exactly what happened.
But, you know, Shefali, I want to know that there were definitely some moments that you took away from that show after you left. What are the most memorable ones, like that you still look back at? Good, bad, ugly, whichever.
I mean, I've had some most memorable events in the Bigg Boss house. The most memorable event was, we were in the house for 3 months and we won a task when Deepika Padukone had come inside the house, and she took us out for a drive.
Yeah.
You know, in an open Jeep. So we had won a task, and I can't even begin to tell you how amazing that felt, you know, because being in the house for 3 months already, it's like a whole season. And then you know that you're going out of the house, but you're not being eliminated. You are going to be able to come back. So that joy of going out, and we stepped out when the sun was setting, and the set was in Film City, and it was just so beautiful, just standing in an open gypsy, and we were singing, and we had Deepika Padukone with us. We were having so much fun. I know we were out for about 15-20 minutes or so in total, but that was very, very memorable. Then
what about the fights?
Fights, come on, that's a part of the game. If you sign up for a game like Bigg Boss, you have to be prepared for things like that. True. So a lot of things happened this season, you know, like chai being thrown and clothes being torn and someone being hit by a frying pan and God knows what. So
a lot of rules were broken.
Those moments were like, you know, is this even happening? You know, I mean, because the frustration levels were so high by then in the game, and I can now, with a lot of confidence tell you that the audience will now understand why we react in a particular way, because you guys have also been in a lockdown. You know how frustrating it is.
Yeah.
जब आप दुनिया से cut off होते हो, you don't know what is happening outside. You're missing your friends and family. घर में, you know, you have to peacefully coexist with a bunch of people that you may like, may not like. Most times you don't like them. You know, Bigg Boss also creates such situations. You know that he may not want things to happen rightly. That's what the game is about. You know, you just make friends, and the very next task, the teams are shuffled. You know, and then you have to play with someone you don't like, and your friend is in the opposite team. So situations are created in the Bigg Boss house that is not really in your control. So that is the crisis, and how you survive the crisis is what the game is. And I've made such good friends. I mean, a place like Bigg Boss house where you can't trust anybody, I've come out winning so many friends, you know.
So who are you in touch with still?
I'm on a daily basis in touch with Aarti, Vikas, Bhau. These people I'm in touch with on almost a daily basis. Like Bhau and me, he first, you know, took me as a sister, but now he's like, nahi, tu meri beti hai. He's very protective of me. He comes home, he calls me in the middle of the night, beta bhook lagi hai. And I'm like, aaja Bhau, I'll make you something. So that's the equation we share. Aarti, on the other hand, is one of the nicest people I've met in my life. She's got issues, you know, but she's so brave. She, you know, having a panic attack on the show, you know, and being that naked, you know, in front of the audience. It's your feeling, all your guards are down. She's so brave. She's so brave that she spoke about the almost rape that happened with her in her childhood. So I really look up to that girl. She's very loving. She's very caring. I was rooting for her from the beginning. Even when I entered the house, till the time my last week, I rooted for her. I said, Aarti, you can do it. Don't give up. You think too less of yourself. Don't. I'm so proud that she made it to the top 5. I mean, it's commendable.
You know, what about your equation with Aasim and Siddharth? Because with Siddharth, initially it was a little, like not rough. I would say that there was no bonding in the beginning, and then it grew into friendship. On the other hand, Aasim and you were really thick as friends, and towards the end of the show, things went really downhill for the two of you. So, are you in touch with them? Did you guys feel like...
I'm not in touch with them, to be very honest with you. And what happens in Bigg Boss is the dynamics change. It's not just this season, but ये हर season में होता है. You know, sometimes you start off as friends and then you turn into foes, then you become friends again. So, for example, me and Paris were like, we could kill each other in the beginning, but towards the end we were fine with each other. Same with Mahira. So these dynamics change, you know, whether it was Aasim, whether it was Siddharth, whatever it is. That's what the game is about. But I'm glad. I mean, whatever, you know, everybody's doing well in their lives. I'm very happy for them.
But you know, when I interviewed your husband last year, he and I connected on one episode which I really detested, because I got really offended with the comment made at you, which Paras had made, and it was not really good taste. And you know, even as a one-off remark, as a joke, casual joke, it's not cool to call somebody a cougar. Did you confront him? And are the relationships is your relationship with him the same after Bigg Boss?
So Paras and I are not really in touch. But I know I can pick up the phone and call him, and he can pick up the phone and call me. Whatever Paras said, I think as the game progressed, he was very anti-Siddharth also in the beginning. But as the game progresses, it's like life. Sometimes you realize that you've not said the right things and you've not done the right things. And Paras did apologize to me. Not just Paras, his mother apologized to me. Mahira's mother apologized to me. And you know, the way I am, when I see that a person, it shows in the person's actions. Paras really changed towards the end, towards me.
That is true. That is true.
And then why should I hold things against him if he's realized that he has not said the right things? And then when the time, towards the end, he really stood for me. There were times where he stood by me when I was not getting along with some people in the house. We stood together. So it didn't really matter to me, and such is life. You can't hold on to things and move on. You have to have a forgiving heart. Otherwise, you will be the most unhappy person in your life. If you see that someone is sorry about something that they've done or they've said, and their actions also show that they have changed, you must give them a chance, right? So that's exactly what I did with Paras. I gave him a chance and he did not put me down. He did. In fact, I went back into the house as his connection to support him, in spite of knowing everything that he said and did against me towards the beginning of the show. But I was not going to judge him. He's also a part of the show. He did whatever he did because he felt threatened. I was a strong player.
Yeah.
But then everything changed towards the end. He was sorry for what he said. And I was more than happy to go inside the house and support him.
But you know, if you were a genie and your wish was our command and Bigg Boss's command, who are those 3 people from the industry you would like to see locked up inside the house?
With me or just as an audience?
It can be with you or just normally. Like, but I would like to see some, like, you have to select 3 people who you think that will take the show to another level, like the camaraderie, the bonding, the fight, everything. Everything that is
how about having the Kardashians at the show? My God, that will be something, don't you think?
Absolutely. But they already have a show. Their life is like completely out there. If from India you have
to imagine if the Kardashians had to live in the Bigg Boss house with a bunch of, you know, television and film celebs and Indian people in, you know, in general, you know, our values, our mentality is very different, you know. There'll be a huge culture shock. I mean, I think it'll be very, very, very interesting if the Kardashians had to ever make an entry in the Bigg Boss house.
Anybody in the industry?
I think Swara Bhaskara, because she has very strong opinions about a lot of things. So I'd like to see her in the Bigg Boss house. I'd like to see...
I think you should send Swara with...
Yeah, you know. she has some... I'm not talking about right, wrong, morally correct, incorrect. I'm not getting into
bold.
that.
Yeah, she is bold.
I'm talking about people who have an opinion, a strong opinion. And these are the kind of people you need in the Bigg Boss house. You know? Right, wrong doesn't matter. You need to speak your mind. So I think Swara, I would like to see. I would like to see Advocate Vibhor Anand on the Bigg Boss house. So he's a High Court advocate, and he has been very active on the whole Sushant Singh Rajput case, and he's been he's been very vocal about a lot of things, which again, like I said, may not be true. I don't know, but you know, it's very daring of him to say such things. So I'd like to see somebody like him with a legal background inside the Bigg Boss house. It's very interesting to see somebody like him. And who else do you think? And then I think we need one entertainer. You know, like an absolute entertainer, like a Kapil Sharma in the Bigg Boss house. I think that would be so interesting if Kapil Sharma had to ever go inside the Bigg Boss house, you know. It'll be a treat for the housemates.
That's true. Thank you so much for this lovely chat. And
I had a great time. You look after yourself. I hope your next report is negative.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Don't take stress. And thank you for having me. I had a great time talking with you.
Thank you so much.